Alright, what's good YouTube, man? Thanks for tuning in to SideWazeTV, and sorry for the lack of uploads, man. I've been busy with school and shit like that. I've been grinding the game still. I just haven't got a chance to really record as much as I want to, but school, we've got a little break right now, so I'm gonna be able to upload a little bit more. But today's video is just gonna be, it actually turns into a good little gameplay, so make sure you stay tuned. But today's video is gonna be a little hardpoint over some London roads, and I'm just gonna be giving you guys, I get a lot of people that ask me, tips to get better, man. How could they improve their game? Everyone's always trying to get a little bit better. So today I'm just gonna be doing, 5 basic tips that's gonna help you, maybe bring your KD up a little bit, or just become an overall better player. So with no further ado, we're gonna hop right into it, man. So for number 1, the biggest thing I can stress, this is the number 1 thing that will change your gameplay instantly. No questions asked. Ooh, got out of there real quick. But you gotta have the right class setup. I can't stress that enough. People come in here with light machine guns and all these bazookas. No, you get this shit out of here. All right, your class setup. You need to grab you a PPSH, cause that shit is just crazy. And you need to throw some grip on that bitch. You need to throw a long barrel on. No, I'm playing, but overall, your class setup needs to be one of the most important things that you're doing. Here I am using a PPSH, and I think I'm using Mountain. I'll maybe take a screenshot or maybe do a different video on what this exact class is, because this is the main class that I use. But overall, just your class setup, you can't be using a scrub class. There's a certain way to play the game, and make sure you're running Mountain, because the footsteps are just so loud in this game. I'm gonna probably do a video for a class setup, but just for this video, just for this purpose. And for tip number 1, in this class, I think I'm using the PPSH with, I think I'm using Mountain or Inconspicuous, something to hide the footsteps, because like I said, the footsteps are just so loud in this game. People can hear you from across the map, so you have to make sure you're running that. And then I think I'm also running Grip and then Long Barrel on my PPSH. But running things like that and making sure you're running the right thing, that can instantly change your game from going from 20 kills a game in a hard point to 30 kills just by having the right class setup and being able to actually win a gunfight. But enough of that. We gonna hop into number 2. I can't stress this one enough either. This is a good number 2. You got to know the spawns, especially in hard point. As you can see here, one of the biggest advantages in COD is being able to know where the other team's coming from, or be able to pre-aim where you think they're coming from. And if you don't know the spawns, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to get shot in the back. You're going to get hit from the side, everything like that. So by knowing the spawns and knowing where they're coming from and where to expect the enemy team, you're going to be able to lock down and be ready for them and be able to win those gunfights and really run up a KD. But that's pretty much it on tip number 2. You're like, it's self-explanatory. You just got to know. You got to go in. You got to play more. You got to learn the spawns and where where your teammates are looking and where you expect them to spawn at, so that way you can be ready for them. All right, tip number 3. A lot of people don't really do this, I've noticed, and it's actually crazy, because I've done this since for a couple Call of Duties and realized how big of an impact it can have. Oh, picking up 2 kills with the Thompson there. It's kind of nice. Oh, can he get the 3rd? He does get the 3rd. Go. Oh, I got the assist. But all right, tip number 3, man. Pay attention to the radar. People will just run around, and I don't know if they're just lost or they get too focused or whatever, but I constantly look at my radar every no, that's bullshit. But I constantly look at my radar every 2 to 3 seconds. Just glance up at it. You don't gotta stare at the radar. You gotta practice just glance up real quick. Maybe see where the enemy team's at, see where your teammates are at and what they're looking at. That way you know what's covered and what you need to pick up. But looking at your radar will help you. Like I said, be able to know where the enemy's coming from and everything like that. So that's definitely my tip number 3. If you want to instantly get better, you got to practice, start using that radar, being able to glance up and just see like right here. Let's see if I use the radar for anything. But okay, see, I know, the red dots come up, just glancing at it, and I know they're still in beer. I didn't think they were there, but because I looked at the radar, saw that, I was able to get pick up a couple more kills right there. All right, tip number 4, man. You got to rotate early. This is mainly for hardpoint. I'll probably call this hardpoint tips or something, because these tips mainly correlate to hardpoint. But in hardpoint, you got to rotate early. There's people that I see will have the paratroopers kind of going in right now, but I see people with 11 seconds left in the hardpoint, and they're still hitting the old hill. Get your ass to the new hill, man. Get set up and get ready for the wave of kills that you're about to dominate the other team with. But so what I mean by rotate early is when there's about 25 seconds left. That's usually when I rotate. It's a good rotation time. When there's about 25 seconds left of the hill, I don't go fight the old hill. What I'll do is you go set up for the next one. You need to memorize, the rotations, which hill is next, which one follows the next one. Ooh, picking up the nice 2-piece and a biscuit right there. Hopping on top of this nasty box heady. But anyways, so what I mean by rotate early is you need to be set up at the next hill before it even comes up. You need to make sure that you're set up and that you're ready for them to try to come take over the hill, and you need to have position. That way, when they come, you're in a better position to win the gunfight and spawn them out and to be ready, run up a check. So going back through, 1 was the class setup, 2 was know your spawns, 3 is pay attention to the radar, 4 you got to rotate early, and number 5, man, this is the most important thing of all. Hit your shots, man. A lot of y'all shots, man. I've been watching the gameplay. The shot is broke. I don't know what y'all need to probably shoot around a little bit more. No, I'm playing, but it is true. That is my tip number 5 is, you got to hit your shots. I see people, they flank around. They can make the best play in the world. You flank around, you put yourself in a good position. Oh, I kind of got shit on right there. But, you put yourself in a good position and then you don't hit your shots. So you got to be able to have a good shot in this game, or else you're not going to be successful, and that's just facts. You got to be able to hit your shots. You got to, you're only as good as your shot is. If you flank around, like I said, you make the best play in the world, but then you get behind them and you're choking shots. You're missing easy kills. That you lose 10 extra gunfights a game. That's 10 kills. You go from a 30 to 40 kills a game. That's a big difference. So I'll probably do, like I said, more videos on the elaborate on these. These are just basic tips that can improve your gameplay instantly. But I'm probably gonna let this gameplay ride out. Make sure you guys watch the rest of this gameplay. I ended up getting I think like 70 kills, something like that. Pretty good gameplay. So make sure you stay tuned. And going back through the tips, just overall, I'll run through them one more time. Number 1 was your class setup. Make sure you're using a class that is, what the, I just jumped off that and died? That's crazy. That's the kind of shit that happens to me. But alright, so 1 was your class setup. Make sure your classes are good. Make sure you're using the right shit. Look up you can probably find other YouTube videos, like what I'll do a video too probably on all my classes and what I think the best classes are for what maps and shit like that. That's probably my next video. But so number 1's class setup. 2, know the spawns, know where they're coming from, be ready for them, be able to know and know where they're coming from so you can pick up those kills. Number 3, pay attention to the radar, man. Look, constantly glance at you don't got to stare at it. Don't do that, but constantly glance at your radar, see where those red dots are, see where they're coming from, see what your teammates have, what they're watching, so that way you're not watching the same thing. Everything's covered. Number 4, rotate early. Be prepared for the rotation. You can kill those people that are rotating late or already be set up for the new hill. All right, and then tip number 5, hit your shots. And that's all about I have for you, man. That's about it today. Ooh, picking up the nice died from the Molotov. Damn, man. This is the kind of shit I've been dealing with this game, man. Besides the servers being down, I'm really liking the game. Let me know what you guys think of the game so far in the comment section below. Like I said, more videos coming soon. Sorry I've been so busy with school, but got a little break now, so I'm going to be pumping the videos out. Make sure like, comment, subscribe, man. Support the kid. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel and shit. Make sure you also watch the rest of this video, like I said, man. I ended up doing pretty good, so check your boy out. I've been grinding a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. YouTube.